Hey, what's up guys? It's Jake aka Tag, and today we're back in action with this crazy off-meta Royal Recruits deck. This deck has a lot of fireball bait. You got the Magic Archer, the Musketeer, the Royal Hogs, and the Fly Machine. It's also got amazing split push potential. You can go and cycle your Royal Recruits, you can cycle your Bats and split them, and you can cycle your Royal Hogs. So you can apply aggression on both sides and then pick the side that you get the most damage on to focus on. You also have two great ways of stockpiling damage with your Magic Archer and Royal Hogs. So let's go jump straight into some games and let's assert some dominance. Alright, this guy's a part of a good clan. We have to focus up here. Oh, he's going to go for Fly Machine. I was just going to passively cycle a Snowball here. So he cycles Fly Machine right out of the gate. So he's either going to have Lava Clone or some type of Fireball bait deck just like us. But we will be able to obliterate the Fly Machine. And notice what I did. I dropped it just so the Musketeer was tanking, right? The Musketeer was able to tank for our tower to finish off the Fly Machine and help us. He's 100% going to have Clone, guys. That is a fact. So I'm going to go for a Magic Archer here, a little bit off to the side. And we want to be able to kill that Giant Skeleton before it gets anywhere near my tower. I also have to cycle a little bit more, so we're going to go for a Dark Prince. Should be able to kill the Witch. It's going to go for a Cannon Cart. I need to go in for Bats as well. Otherwise, the Cannon Cart is not going to die. Cannon Cart approaches our tower, we're going to have a really bad time. That would be a real-life struggle right now. Like, that would be so bad for me. But the good thing about this deck is you have Magic Archer, so if your opponent has Clone, they have a lot of spam that's baity, you can just annihilate it. So I'm very comfortable in this matchup as long as we save our Magic Archer and overwhelm our opponent. I don't want to be splitting our Royal Hogs because I don't think that he has great answers to it. So just make it go in the same lane, get counter push with the Musketeer, and we should be fine. I think the Musketeer stays alive as well, so what do you have for the Royal Hogs right now, man? You have Fisherman, you're going to be able to activate King Tower if you time that correctly, which you did. And the Musketeer is going just laying waste to your tower. It's going hard in the paint. So as I expected, he's just going to spam me like a savage. So let's go in for... Oh, I was actually contemplating what to do. I was thinking, do I want to go in for the Royal Recruits, or do I want to go in for a Dark Prince? I didn't think I had Elixir, so I had to go in for the Dark Prince. We were able to defend everything really nicely, though. That Dark Prince was able to be a beefy boy just in the nick of time, and we were able to finish off all of his spam. So Magic Archer is the key counter to this deck. It is my #1 most hated deck in the game right now. I hate this Witch Clone deck, and if you want to destroy it, this is the deck that you got to play. So we're going to go for Royal Recruits again. Unfortunately, he's going to go in for a Skeleton Barrel. I don't know if I want to snowball that or not. I don't think I have to. I think that Magic Archer is going to be fine enough to deal with it because of its astounding range. Let's just go in for a Fly Machine in the middle because it should stay far enough away. Unfortunately, I think he might get a lock if I don't go in for the Musketeer, so I had to. And the Cannon Carts are really demanding a presence, but I don't think that they're going to get much damage if the Fly Machine is still alive. If you guys are looking for a hard counter to this deck, if you are tired, if you're sick and tired of losing to Clone, Witch, Giant Skeleton, pick up this deck because your troubles, they will all be solved and you'll never face it again, man. You'll be dreaming about facing this deck instead of having it as a nightmare. So we got a game against Tack. He's going to give us some love already out of the gate, and he's going to sauce out an Ice Spirit. So I'm just going to wait a little bit and see if he's got 2.9. I don't want to go and cycle my Bats if that's going to be the case. All right, cool. So usually when they have 2.9, they're not going to have a great answer to the Bats when you play pretty aggressive with them. So I just wanted to hold them and wait and see. Unfortunately, he's got Valkyrie and Tornado, so this is going to be a tough matchup for sure. I'm going to go in for a Magic Archer so we're able to get a little bit more chip damage as the Valkyrie approaches it. Should give us like at least 2 hits, 3 hits. Okay, that's a ton of damage, guys. We're back in the lead of this game right now. So that feels pretty good. Despite him having Tornado and Valkyrie in a very fast cycle, we're not really at that much of a disadvantage. Okay, so unfortunately, right as I said that, he's going to go in for a Miner and a Balloon. So that will take my tower. There's not too much I can do about it. I've realized that. But I want to go in for a Dark Prince, and we're going to try to make a pretty big counter push. So we're going to try to go for a Fly Machine in the middle, and we'll see if we can take the right-hand side. If not, maybe we're able to take both towers, guys. I think we're definitely taking at least the right-hand side, and we're not going to get 3-crowned by the Balloon. Fly Machine is still alive. We're still running rampant here. Notice where I dropped the Royal Hogs. I dropped them right there, one tile from the furthest possible tile from the middle. And what that does is it allows all of the piglets to go towards that tower, as you guys just saw. So that's what you want to do. You want to be dropping in that placement. If you drop it one tile back, it's just a longer travel distance. If you drop it one tile closer, then one of the piglets goes towards the king tower, and you don't want that to happen ever. So I'm a little bit scared of him 3-crowning me. I want to go for a Musketeer here, so then I'm able to defend the tower, and then also have a Musketeer going on the side that he's most likely going to go in for a balloon with. We'll see, though. We're going to go for Royal Recruits. We still have a Musketeer, so we want to defend that with the Dark Prince. We want the Dark Prince to go right on top of the Executioner if possible. He's going to go in for Skeletons, he's going to go for an Ice Spirit, and he cycles his Zaps, then he doesn't have anything for the Bats. So this is working really well for me right now. We're going to go in for Bats now, and I kind of want to go for a Magic Archer instead of going in for the Pigs just yet. Do the Pigs when I have the opportunity to, and we're going to have all of them go towards that tower that we need to. Yeah, man, this game is going so well for me right now. I'm so happy with how this series of events has played out. We know he's going to have to go for 3 crowns, so we're going to go with the Cycle our Musketeer towards the tower that he's going to go for. I mean, you could try to take that tower, but it's a fruitless endeavor. Like, you're not going to get anything from it. I can just go and snowball this back. Even if you did take that and I went all out in the 3 crown, I would probably 3 crown you. So I could have also just completely ignored that and then tried to 3 crown him, and that would have worked out really well for us as well. But it doesn't matter. We're going to walk away with a clean W. The Royal Recruits are coming through, and the Fly Machine secures the W. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you. We would have 3 crowned him. Well, it's kind of unfortunate we weren't able to, but we'll still come away with a 2-1 victory. Feels good, man. Well, saw us out of good luck here, and we're going to see what's up. Let's go for Bats in the back, because we already saw a Zap. Might want to go for a Dark Prince at the river to capitalize on that and get some value with my 3 Bats. See if we can make anything happen with that or not. It's going to go in for a Lumberjack. All right, dude. All right. So you don't have Zap and Cycle. Maybe the Bats are able to get on top of the tower, or the Dark Princes. All right, all right. We'll just take our Bats damage. And you're going to be going in blazing hot with aggression. We're going to go for a Giant Snowball to neutralize that. Make sure that you don't even get death damage on us. And we should be able to finish off those Spear Goblins as well without any damage on our tower. Yeah, that worked out brilliantly for us. I'm able to go in for Royal Hogs as well. I thought it might be a Golem deck because I saw Lumberjack. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down here, sir. You have Fireball with Balloon? I haven't seen anything like this since the Pompeo deck. That's insane, man. So this is going to be a deck that we have to be a little bit worried about. I don't think he's got double big spell. I don't think that he has freeze, but it is a possibility. But man, all right. I think that you're going to have some pretty decent answers to us now. Fireball is usually with Miner as well. But when I go in for Bats, we expect that to get zapped. And I will have to go for a Snowball if he zaps that. Otherwise, yep, we're going to Snowball it. We can't allow that to get a hit. Musketeer would not have done enough, guys, and we're going to go in for Royal Hogs if I have enough Elixir, which I don't, so we have to just let the Musketeer die. He's going to still respond to something, so we'll see. Okay, Archers. That's awesome, because now they're not going to be on counter push to deal with our Royal Hogs. We can even drop them on defense and offense at the same time. So we kill the Archer, having the Royal Hogs tank for it, and the tower finishes it off. He doesn't have Elixir for the Fireball immediately, so we still get a ton of damage. So that was the best possible timing for it. Just making sure that we drop it earlier so then we're able to tank for the Archer, and because we dropped it earlier, he didn't have enough Elixir for the Fireball. So that was amazing, man. This is actually turning out to be a pretty okay game despite it being a very weird composition that we're playing against. Okay, so I want to go for a Fly Machine here. I want to go in for my Bats on the right-hand side, so maybe he zaps them. If he zaps them early, then you know what? He's not going to have him back in cycle for the second cycle of the Bats. So we want to just go and drop Magic Archer. We want to get back to another iteration of Bats, or maybe, you know what, just Royal Recruits. That's even better. Apply Dueling Aggression, and if he goes in for right-hand side, oh man, you actually have Zap and Arrows. Alright, this is changing my game plan now. I thought that we would be fine. I thought that if he went and pushed the other side, he would have been kind of screwed because he wouldn't have another small spell, but he does, guys. He's got Zap and Arrows to finish us off. Alright, we need to calm down. We need to collect ourselves. Sometimes in Grand Challenges, I get a little bit confused, but we're still in a good spot. We're going to go for Royal Hogs. We're going to have the Musketeer, and I can go for a Magic Archer to finish off his tower if he doesn't Fireball the Musketeer as well. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you. Very scary game for me. I had no idea what the dude was running. So this guy's going to go kick off the game with a Goblin Barrel. We're going to shut it down with the Snowball, and we'll see what's happening. So obviously you can deny that for 0 hits if you time it correctly. Really important to do. We're going to have to go in for a Dark Prince to go and kite the majority of them. And we also want to end up going in for a Magic Archer to finish off those 2 minions that are going to be very pesky for us to deal with. So fortunately for us, we were able to kite to the opposite lane, but that's not going to be the end of our troubles. We have to go in for a Musketeer as well. So this guy has got Goblin Barrel Bait with Minion Horde and Miner. A very interesting deck. I haven't seen this in a while, but I think that he has Inferno Tower with it as well. So let's go in with Royal Hogs. Oh, dude, you have to be kidding me right now. He's got Valkyrie. That's so unfortunate for me. Usually when they're running this type of variation with Minion Horde, they don't have Valkyrie. They're probably going to have like Inferno Tower, Skarmy, things that Magic Archer and Snowball are able to deal with really easily. Unfortunately for us, that's not going to be the case here. Alright, so let's go in for... Oh, man. I think I can't Snowball that because he's just going to go in for a Miner. Yeah, we have to go in for a Snowball after. So we want to go and kill the Miner first and then Snowball everything back so then we're able to kill the minions a little bit more effectively. But in the meantime, we're going to take a considerable amount of damage on the left-hand side. So this is going to be a difficult matchup for sure, guys. I think that we can come away with the victory if I slow roll a Royal Recruits push and he doesn't have Elixir to deal with that. But this is definitely matchup advantage for him here. I don't think that he's got a big spell so that I can go and cycle my Musketeer on the left-hand side. Usually they do not have big spells when they're running this type of deck. If he's got Fireball or Rocket, I will stand corrected and I will just be floored. Like, I don't expect that at all. I can go for Royal Recruits. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I want to keep the Musketeer a little bit healthier. I want to get something in front of it if possible. If we can kill the Princess, that'd be even better. I don't think that I'm going to be able to Snowball everything, but we do bait out a Miner early, so that's really good. Means I can probably go for Royal Hogs to keep our Princess in check. So then the Princess is targeting the Royal Hogs maybe instead of the Fly Machine. If the Fly Machine's able to get on top of the Princess, that would be prime time for me. He's just going to go in for a Valkyrie and then probably go in for a Goblin Barrel. So we have to get ready and poised to go in for a Giant Snowball and use our bats to eliminate that. But, man, this guy is playing really well. He's playing very, very aggressively. We go for a Fly Machine to go and snipe the Minion Horde and the Princess at the same time. And we're also going to go in for Royal Hogs. I am fully confident that he goes in for Inferno Tower, so that's why I dropped our Royal Hogs split. Wow, he dropped it precariously placed down the middle. That's interesting. It's not the placement I would do. He might go Princess of the River, so we have to drop a Musketeer. Just in fear of that. Wow, look at all the damage we got on the right. Okay. Wait. Guys, I'm telling you there's a chance. The Princess is all lined up for that Magic Archer, and we might be able to win this game if we continue to play this well. Alright, we're going to go in for Royal Hogs, and I think the Valkyrie gets one hit, but we might be able to just win the game with that Magic Archer on the Princess. Let's go, dude. That was not a game that I thought we had at all, but we came back. Cycle some bats in the back. We see an Ice Spirit and we see Skeletons. Guys, are we going to play against 2.9? Oh, we are playing against 2.9. As soon as we see those archers cycled in the back, you know what time it is. Mr. Tesla Fireball Archers. You got a lot of answers to our spam, my man. We have to go in for a Dark Prince in the back, and we can't play really aggressive right now. If I dropped the Royal Recruits in front of that Musketeer that was going to get Fireballed, we know that he would just log the Royal Recruits, and he would also go and log the Musketeers, so it would just be worthless, right? I wouldn't get much value from it at all. I definitely want to go insert a Snowball here so then we're able to separate the archers from the Ice Golem so then we're able to finish them off a little bit easier and maybe get some chip damage with the Fly Machine, which wouldn't happen otherwise. Alright, so this is going to be difficult because I don't have Dark Prince in cycle. If he goes in for an Expo, I have to go in for my Royal Recruits, and then I also am going to go for Bats. We'll see what he does, though. Could just go Musketeer in the back. And then we'll drop Dark Prince, depending on what he wants to do. Man, he's not about it. Okay, there's an Expo. So we're going to go Expo. We'll go for our Royal Recruits. We'll have them tank. And I could also go in for Royal Hogs, or I could go in for... Yeah, I'm going to go for Royal Hogs. If that Musketeer locks onto the Expo, we're happy, though. As long as it locks... Ooh, it didn't lock onto the Expo. We're not very happy. We do get some damage on the left-hand side. It's not double elixir, so that Expo should decay, though. So I guess I'm not in a tragic situation, but in double elixir, we've also had more elixir to spam that Expo, so it would have died. So looking at it from that perspective, in single elixir, that's the only way he keeps it alive. And in single elixir, it will decay anyway, so we're fine, I guess. Magic Archer will die. I thought that it was going to be the best card to cycle just because of its very slow way of walking. Its movement speed wouldn't have triggered the Tesla or the Expo much earlier than any other unit, right? Just because it just takes so long to get there. Go for a Royal Hog soon. As soon as he fireballs, at least. And try to separate that so it doesn't get logged. We also want to go for a Fly Machine because he just used the Fireball. So it looks like his game plan in this game is to continuously go in for defensive Expos and then Fireball me. We need to get a Fly Machine through, so that's going to be my game plan here. I want to bait out the fireballs of the magic archer or the musketeer in the back. Then I want to make a pretty aggressive play after. I don't want to go and drop the royal recruits yet. I think I'm going to do it. I think we'll do it. I don't want the musketeer to get hit. See what he fireballs. I fully expect him to fireball the musketeer, so we'll fly machine in the middle. I don't want to give him any more fireball with royal hogs on the musketeer. Okay, the musketeer is going to lock on. Let's go. Oh, let's go, baby. So usually your opponent will play a little bit more aggressive in this matchup, and if they do, then you can magic archer at the river, and it will lock onto the expo. So if they play aggressive, the magic archer is your savior here. Go for royal hogs just to get right on top of the expo, and then we'll go in for a fly machine as well. Oh, unfortunately, the royal hogs, as they were transversing across the river, they screwed up the targeting, and because they were jumping over the river, the tower or the expo didn't target them anymore. They assumed that they weren't on the map. They didn't acknowledge their presence, and they targeted the musketeer instead. So that was really a sad panda moment for me. Go for bats. Tesla's out of cycle, so we're going to go for royal hogs. We're going to split them, and then we want to go for a fly machine on the left, because he's going to overextend on the right. If the fly machine locks on, we should win the game. Dropped an ice spirit. We want to go for a giant snowball. Man, he played that really well to defend, but I expected him to go for the Tesla there. He did. We almost caught him red-handed, boys. We have to go for a musketeer to finish off that archer, because the ice golem is the primary target. And here we go. This is what we wanted to see. Should be able to go in for royal hogs here, and then get a sequence of bats as well. And we should be able to shut down this expo really easily for me. He's already saying GG. He thinks that the game is over. It's not over yet, but we have a pretty good shot. I really want to see a fireball on this flying machine. I don't know if he'll do it. Okay, he did. This is great. So now we can go musketeer and stock up a huge push. And he's not going to have fireball in cycle. So we could go for royal hogs. We can stack up as much crap as we want on the left-hand side. And we don't have to worry about our spacing at all, because he can't deal with it. Heck, I can even go for bats on the right-hand side, because he's not going to have a great answer to them anymore if he drops his ice golem. Yep, he dropped his ice golem. We're going to go in for a snowball right on top of those archers. If the bats stay alive, we might have just won the game on the right. Looks like it, guys. Yep. That is going to be crazy amount of damage from the bats, boys. Musketeer on the right as well. Okay, pick your poison, brother. So we need to just get magic archer chip damage. He needs to drop something in the middle at some point, right? If we kill the Tesla, we're going to force him to drop a unit, right? If the Tesla dies, then we get magic archer chip damage. That's what I have to think about. So that Tesla needs to die. Come on, Tesla. We know you want to die here. Let's magic archer to kill the archer. That should be GG if I just snowball. I hate playing against 2.9 with any deck other than 2.9 because I feel like I always don't have matchup.